Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is Tuesday, September 26th of 2023. I wrote Tuesday again. What happened to me? You know what I didn't forget? I forgot to put down the weather. And the weather is at 7:30. It is 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. Boy, I'm losing it today. I was in a hurry. Today we're going to do part 2, the Trident Repot. What lies below? What does lie below in this thing? The Trident likes the pH from acid to neutral. I didn't get exact numbers on it, so I'm going to use a mix of 4 parts cactus mix, 1 part worm castings, and 5 parts perlite. So let's get at it. I had this, it rained today, so that was good. So now I got some nice moss here, so I don't know if I can get it out. And we'll just put it on the side for now. I'll just put it in the water there. Whatever I can dig out of it. There we go. A lot of weeds. A lot of weeds, and there's must be a rock under here or something. I think that's what was under, but I don't know. So let's take it apart. Now we got wire. There you go. You got to see what I'm doing, right? It would help. So I got the wire there. So I got 2 different types of wire cutters. So we're gonna flip this over, and we're just gonna take the wire cutters and snip it the best we can. There's 1, there's 2. Take the other one, snip, snip, there. And I'll have to throw that out later. And put it in the old mix. And then I'm going to take the, and you can't really see what I'm doing. Let's put it this way. I know I'm going to lose some leaves, but what are you going to do? Pull the wire back. Like that. I don't know. I don't like using wire, but I guess they do this when they sell trees to keep them in the pots. Now, can we get it out? That's going to be the $64,000 question. Can we get it out? So, I'm just going to, on this pot, I don't know where the wire's at on there. I don't know if we can pull it out, the wire, or if it's tied on to the roots some way. I have no idea what they did to this. So can I get it out? We got 1 out. We got 2 out. There we go. Now, what'd you do, Tom? There, we got the back of our root rake. We're just gonna pry it in the back. I don't know how mosquito got it down here. Vicious little devils. The type of soil that's in here, it has to be a bonsai mix. But I don't use those store-bought mixes because with all the trees and stuff, it gets expensive. And if you're just starting out, you can do it if you want to try it on a little tree. But for me, not really. Oh, there's still wire in here. So where is this coming out of? I have no idea. Let's pull this out and get rid of it. It's out. Well, that's tied on to something. I don't know what. So, can we get you out, little guy? We got it out. You can see the root mass in there. And where this is coming out of, I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. So I can try to push it up and out. Let's see if I can find it someplace in there. Not really, so we're going to just have to root like a lot of this off. What is in here? I have no idea. It is a bonsai mix. What kind of bonsai mix? Unknown. You can see all the fertilizer in there. I don't believe in them types of fertilizer, but they do that when they sell it, so they keep the trees fed. Close that drawer. Now, when you get something like this, you got to be going there, hammer and nail. Kevin's joining in on the fun. He's saying, "What are you doing here?" Kevin, that's the $64,000 question. We're trying to get these massive roots off. And whatever wires in there. So, I got the screens out. Throw them on the side. And I'll get these. Kevin, you're getting all dirty, buddy. Kevin's the straw boss today. No, I'm not using Scott's tool to cut through this soil. I'm going to use this to cut through the soil with all the rocks and stuff, because those scissors are good for the top part. And some of these roots are from probably the what a mess. The roots are probably from the weeds that were in here. And I can't believe it. They got another screen in there. I can't believe 2 screens in there. What's going on here? Now, why would you put another set of screens in here? There's another set of screen. That's tangled fiercely into the roots. So we gotta really dig that out. Get that out of there. And let's see if we can find out where this massive root system is. Cut that out. Look at that. So let me get rid of it. Dump it in my bucket. Now we gotta try to get the roots out of here. I'm not worried about the moss. Because right now I don't know what's in here. Just gotta really get that in. So, this is giving me a hard time. I'm going to use my steak fork knife. Yep, that's better. Take some of this moss and just throw it in the bucket. If it lives, it lives. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There's wire there. I don't know how the heck they did that. Look at that. Finally, we got rid of it. The old steak fork works the best right now. I'm getting all these roots untangled. Let's get that out of there. Now, there's a big old weed. That's out. Get these weeds out of there. Just rip them out best you can. I open this bucket with the soil in there. Let's put this up out of the way. You can see this is the bonsai mix that they got it in. But see if we can get all this out of here. Yep, a lot of weed roots. More weed roots. That goes in the bucket. Yeah, this thing is fiercely, the way they got the roots growing in there, I have no idea. This root I don't like growing crazy like, because it's like crossing over. We don't want that. Is there any other wires in here? I have no idea. Because this is a solid mass. You're saying, Tom, it's fall, I know. For me, it's a good time because the weather's going to get cooler and the roots can start growing again. What is actually in the bottom here? I mean, repotting is good. But what is in the bottom? This is one massive conglomerate pair of roots. I bet you Nigel Saunders would have fun doing this, Jay. What are you going to do? Nigel would have a ball getting through these roots. Good gravy. Look at all these, all this mess we got right now. Well, I'm not going to guess what kind of bonsai soil it is, but it's probably their mix. So, let's get in here and take this moss out and see what's in here. Now this root is a crazy root. So if I can pull it back, I mean it's not bad, but I don't like the way it's twisting around. These other two roots growing down isn't too bad, but I don't know if I can stretch it and move it, but I cracked it there, but so we're gonna have to cut it. And I don't want to use my good tools on that. Well, up there I can. So I'll get my ironwood long nose, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. And I think we'll cut it. Now we're just gonna take it off. There. So we got that done. Now we're going into the other roots. Going on there and getting these all out. All these roots out. Now what's down below, I have no idea. So, let's get this root rake into there. My steak fork root rake. And I don't know if that's the bottom of the tree or what it is. But let's get that out. Yeah, so that's probably the stub of the trunk right there. Yes, it is. And I don't have the water to wash it, or do I? Yeah, I'm just going to use the water where the moss is at, take the moss out. And I'll just throw it over here on the dish. And I'll just rinse it. Let's see what's in here. They really planted this deep. I mean, that's deep and a half. So what I'm going to do is take my water and rinse it. There. I'll have to do the rest underwater. Some more dead roots. Take that off, put it there. There we go. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. Yeah, these roots are really discombobulated. I mean, they're really fierce in here. I thought there was a rock in there, but there isn't. This trunk is deep. And me, I don't have my good rationing pruners. I let them out and I don't know who got them. So, you can see we got a nice root flare here, but they planted this deep. So, I'm going to have to take my other pruners from ironwood and get in there and just cut it. Just like that. Yeah, I'll sharpen it later. This way here we got a nice radial root base there. We got to throw that out. Or should I throw it out? Will it grow again? I don't know. I'll leave it in there. But you can see what we got here. Now by doing this, we should have a nice good start at something different. Now they already started this in like you don't believe. I don't know what the heck is in there. How these roots are. If I can move them a little bit. But it's got a lot of roots there. Just like that. We can move it out. Maybe we can get the root flare out this way so it doesn't go down, because that's a goofy way they got the roots coming up from the top. I guess they wanted some areal root development, but I think we're going to stick with the base here and just get rid of them. I mean, they're just in the way right now. There was no rock over there, so you can make a root over the rock. So I'm just going to take them away and just go with the bare nitty-gritty here, because you can see here's the base and there's another root up over here, but I'm going to leave that one. This way here we can get something growing here, and you can see how it's growing the roots. So this is going to grow in a nice shady spot for the time being. And we're going to get Scott's toenail clippers that he got here so I can get some of these root knobs off. Them roots would have been nice if they were a little flared out more, but I don't know how they did it or why they did it. So we're going to keep our, here's our aerial root coming out there, so we're going to keep these two. But I'm just going to put this one back more. If I can pull it out. And we'll just go from there once we get it in the pot. So, I know it's a ruddy mess, but as my friend Vince Spilotro would have said when he was still around, what are you gonna do? That's life, buddy, that's life. So let me get this out of the way. Okay. That's why I didn't have all my decorations here, because I knew I was gonna make a mess. So I'm just gonna put all this in. Just like that. And this is just a pot that I'm going to put it in. I'll give it some nice room to grow. So let's get everything ready here. Are you going to say, Tom, this is like an anchor branch, and maybe we should just start with the top, or we can cut it here and let this branch grow? So, because that's the growing clip method. It'll grow out this way, and then in the spring, here's another one here. Then in the spring, whether it comes out this way, we'll do the old heron bonsai trick. Taking the paper here. And if we just leave this, because we took a lot of roots off. That ain't gonna work. Tom, what did you do with all your stuff? It's around here someplace. I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. So if we stick this into here and leave it like this, I think we'll get some movement there. And then once it starts growing on this side, I can clip it back and have it grow out this way. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I know it's drastic, but that's life. I'm going to cut it on a 45 the best I can. And these ironwood tools are sharp. Just like that. And we can have this as our front for now. And then later on, if we can get something coming out, if this branch comes out and starts growing up, then I can cut this back. But we'll see what happens in the spring. And by doing this, we took a lot of roots off, but what are you going to do? Now, we could have this aerial root up there, but I don't think so. I think we're just going to cut them off and go with the flat root and go from there. There. Just like that, because I had this planted deep. Throw that out. We got a nice little root here, but we'll leave that one. This way here I can spread it out, and here like this one here I can spread out and leave it into the soil this way. So let's get cracking here. Let's get all these tools out of the way. Yep, I got paper towels this time because I gotta get the mikus in there. And I don't want the video running too long for you guys because I don't want you guys to get bored. Probably seen a lot of repotting, but let's go after it. You can see how my mix is. I'm gonna hold the screen down and put it in. Just put it in. Don't be afraid. You gotta tackle it. You gotta tackle it. I mean, what are you gonna do? Let's get this good spritz so we can get this all moist, so the roots know that there's moisture down there. Even though I'm going to water from the top, I don't want to get all that surface tension out. Let's see how it's going to sit. I'm not worried about a front right now, because right now we want this thing to grow. Put that root out there so it makes it look a little better. And you can see how nice it looks better that way. So, let me wet my hands so we don't get all the, mikus dirty. And this is just foam board, so that makes a good blockage so you can see what you're going to do when you cut it. So let's go from there. Now I'm going to get my gunmetal lipstick and seal that cut. So right now I'm going to put this down here because there's a hole down there, if you can see it, where this came in on. And with this sitting in there, get it the best we can. Now we gotta cut that root over here that's going up in the air. Okay, little guy, don't worry. We're with you. And that one's good. Just spread them out. Okay, Tom, with this, we can have it growing like this as our front, or with the back like this, we can keep it. Either way, we'll determine the front later. Yep, I'm wiping my hands in my pants, used to that. So let's get some more of this mikus, so we can get these roots all growing again. Just put it in, just like that. Same time, that's a lot. Well, I want this tree to survive. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right. It doesn't hurt to try. You goof up, you goof up. But this has got a nice, healthy root system. We had to take that top off in order to get everything right. So now, I'm going to take the soil and just put it in. Are you going to say you're not going to tie these roots down? No, I don't believe in that. If I'm going to do anything, I'm just going to put the some stone on there to keep it steady and keep it out of the wind. And it's supposed to rain tonight again. It was supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but it didn't. But, you know, rain comes when the rain wants to come. Now, will this root? I don't know. We'll stick it in water and see if we can root it. So, get the chopstick and fire it in, fire it in, fire it in. We gotta get it fired in, fire it in. Just fire it into the roots, get all them air pockets out. Push our hands down. Let's get it in. Let's work a little faster. I told you this was, you don't know what lies below when you get something from a store, because you don't know how they tied it in or what they did. We got this little aerial root coming out that way. I think it looks better that way. Now, let's take the surface tension out. And for the kids, there's Mr. Elephant. Mr. Elephant's giving this guy a nice steady watering. He's got a nice spout, Mr. Elephant. His trunk knows how to put the water in real carefully and real nice. There we go. Let's put him on the side, Mr. Elephant. And we'll get our little cup and dress it up some more here. Put it in there like that. And it's pretty good. Pretty good in there. I know it's not stable all the way yet because the roots got to grow. I'm going to put this in my microclimate so everything takes good. And will that cutting of the root take? I don't know. We'll see what happens. There. You get it right below the lip there. That's a little bit of a clump. There. And I think we can get a little more in there, but right now I'm going to use that space to fill in the rocks. So let me get my cup and we'll fill it in because that'll hold it up better. Let's do that. Then I'll take my gunmetal lipstick and we'll seal that wound. This is just aquarium gravel. You don't have to go to the special stores and buy expensive bags of gravel. You can go to the PetSmart or your local tropical fish place, or Pet Supply Plus or Petco, and they got all this kind of gravel, all different kinds of colors, textures, whatever you want to use. Now this is going to be heavy enough to keep this all put in right. Real nice, just like that. There we go. Put it down, put that down. Let's give it another watering. Now you can see none of the water drained out yet. So that soil really absorbed the water. So all we're going to do is give it some more watering here. Get it in. There we go. And we'll just fluff down the rocks to hold it in. You can do all this without wiring. There we go. And we get our gunmetal lipstick. Seal up our wound because it just looks like cut paste, see? All you gotta do is wipe it on there. Really good. And I don't think we got any more wounds showing, so that's good. So there we have it. We'll just get where we got our roots that were coming out. A little bit of, little dab will do you, like Brooklyn commercials. A little dab will do you. And get a little duck. Put it in there. When I repotted it, Put our tag in there, and that's it. So, fingers crossed she takes. It should take. I'm going to have to give it some more water when I get it outside because it still hasn't drained fully. Come on, guy. You need to soak up that water. There we go. Just like that. Now it's coming out. That's good. So, you know, today it's Tuesday night. Detective night. A little Sherlock Holmes. Oh, the video's long. Sorry about that, guys. Take care, have a cup of tea, and listen to some old-time radio shows, detective shows when radio was radio. Good night, everybody.